What's up, guys? Rising Sonic here. Now, you're probably wondering two things. Number one, you never usually make live videos like this. What's going on? And number two, you sound extremely tired. Well, yes, I am, because I actually just woke up. But I wanted to bring this to your attention because this is actually important for Jet Set Radio Future. So, yesterday, a friend of mine came to me and they they let me know that there is a particular mod out there that actually changes Jet Set Radio Future significantly, and I want to give a shout out to the Jet Set Radio Future modding community because you guys did something great here. So, if anyone remembers from my video comparing the original Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future, you heard me talk about how the original game having a new game plus was so huge because you were able to play unlockable characters at the beginning of the game and be able to try out everyone in a full playthrough, which you are not allowed to do in future. You always have to restart the game to play the other characters in the story mode, but only in the times where you can unlock them. And by the end of the game where you unlock all the characters, the game is pretty much done. But that all changes today. So if we go to load game, you can see I have game data 3 on chapter 1 with 0 playtime on it. And so when I enter, I have all the characters. As you can see, I got the rivals here, and then I also have the characters that you unlock throughout the game already unlocked, which is cool. So let's just say, hypothetically, I decided, you know what? I want to start the game as 0B. We're gonna start off as 0B. And when we start the game now, look, 0B is there, and we're on the tutorial. The tutorial is working normally, and I'm playing a character I'm essentially not supposed to be playing as. But here he is, 0B, working normally as he does. And I can talk to the other characters just fine. This is huge. The fact that Jet Set Radio Future now has a way of implementing New Game Plus, and we can now play these unlockable characters early is amazing. Now, it's not like a complete New Game Plus, of course, you know. There is a bit of a caveat here, but we'll talk about that when we get there. But just the fact that we're able to play these unlockable characters earlier than intended, and we can actually try them out now early in the game, that's great. And this could lead to like a few things. Well, obviously, like, the big thing is we could play as the rival characters early, and we actually get to play them in the story mode with no issues. The other thing is also like a character like Yo-Yo. You know, this time he won't be missing for 66% of the game now. Like, he'll still be in the character selection screen by the time we get to chapter 4. So, like, you can save Yo-Yo as Yo-Yo, and that's probably super hilarious. I haven't got to that point in the game yet with this mod. But, like, you could also just get a lot of funny interactions. Like, if you were sad, like me, that Cube and Rapid99 never get to meet, now you can make that happen in their flag battle. Now that's possible, and this is just amazing. The fact that we now have, like, a sort of New Game Plus for Jet Set Radio Future now adds to its replay value, and that's super important. So I'm gonna skip over to me heading to Dogenzaka Hill, and we could actually try this out with the other characters.
Yo, all right. Let's
Alright,
get this party
here we are.
started.
We are
I'll be
in
your
the
audience, so let's see
beginning
what you
of the
got.
game now. We're
Someone
starting off
done
chapter
stole and
1,
got us to the streets. The
and
statue of Dogen's
for
out here.
this one,
I bet the
I
punks who did
decided
this are the
I
same
wanted
ones
to
who spread all
play
them
as
nasty
Beat.
rumors. Cover Dogen's out
Yes,
graffiti
Beat.
and flush out those rumors spreading scumbags.
You know, we unlocked Beat in the very first chapter, so it's funny, right? But now we're just gonna actually play as Beat. So it's gonna be funny that by the time we actually reach Beat, we're gonna talk to him as Beat. But you can see already that this is awesome. And you can just play any character you feel like at the beginning of the game. So like if you wanted to, really, you could just have a playthrough where you only play as the rival characters. You can fight Goji as Goji if you so decided to choose. Like I'm so giddy that this is possible, because I've said this multiple times that I personally prefer Future as like my main Just Set Radio game, and I love both games, but Future is the game that I love the most. And the one thing that I thought was really sad that it doesn't have was not having a new game plus. I thought that was pretty sad, because a game like this could have worked with a new game plus, but you know, it just wasn't. I guess they just didn't know how to properly implement it back then. Who knows? But now, here we are, 2023. Thanks to the amazing modding community of Just Set Radio Future, we now finally have a sort of new game plus. Like, it's not a complete new game plus, it's only just a sort of new game plus.
Time to flush out those rumor-spreading punks. Give them my regards.
Alright, so here we are. There's Beat. And I'm gonna just walk up to him. See? Look. Double Beat action. I can just look at him, you know. He sees me, a clone of him. And we can talk to him, and he responds normally as he usually does to every character. And nothing happens. Yeah, you know, the game still runs normally. And since we pretty much already have all the graffiti souls and such, we won't have to go looking for them. So this also means that by the time we reach Clutch, you'll already have the graffiti souls you'll need to like chase after him. So you don't have to worry about that if you ever had trouble fighting graffiti souls and such. But this is great. This is great. We actually can just pick any character we want now at any point of the game. And we don't have to go through the unlock. We don't have to go through the whole test run unlock thing anymore. So yeah, see, we got the whole cast here. I'm gonna quickly switch to the Love Shockers, just so you can see like what happens when we talk to characters that aren't supposed to be here yet. So here, I'm gonna talk to Clutch, and as you can see, he's giving us Korn's tutorial dialogue, and it's the same for everyone else who's not supposed to be here yet. Like, well, okay, we haven't unlocked Beat yet completely, but he has his dialogue, which is funny. But as you can see, everyone else has like the same dialogue. It's Korn's dialogue for the tutorial, and that's how, I guess that's how like they were able to like implement everyone. I'm not sure. I'm not a modder, but hey, it managed to work out. because like, hey, we can now play these characters. I could also just do. I could do the race with Beat against Beat. It's literally hilarious. Like I'm literally racing myself. I'm racing myself to unlock myself. So this was pretty much what I wanted to showcase, and this is great. If you want my honest opinion, I think with this mod, this is like the definitive way to play Jet Set Radio Future. I truly think so. Now the fact that this game has a new game plus, I personally can't see myself going back to the original as much unless I just really wanted to experience like one stage or so, since like at least the original game still allows me to just play like one like graffiti run stage, you know, just for the fun of it, since this is still like the open world structure, so I'm following the story that I can't really do like test runs. Well, you can now, since like you have like the other characters and such, but like if I can just always start a new playthrough of Future and be able to play the other characters. So I can see myself doing a rivals run the next time I play Jet Set Radio Future, because now this mod allows me to do so. And that's like super exciting. So I wanted to give another shout out to the Jet Set Radio Future modding community for making this possible, because a new game plus is super huge for this game, and I'm so glad to see it out.